Okay, girlie, shoes on. You're coming with me. I've decided we're having a girls' day. You could be walking through town, wandering around your neighborhood, already in the shops, wherever. It genuinely doesn't matter. Because today isn't really about where we're going. It's about what happens while we're out. And I have plans for you. Some of them are extremely important. Some of them are incredibly stupid. And at least one of them, I'm probably going to regret encouraging. But I'm not telling you yet. Nope. You'll have to keep walking. Oh, don't give me that look. Come on. Just walk with me. And actually, I've got your first dare already. Just double-check what color your bra is. Not super obvious, just like a pretend strap correction. I'm wearing a yellow gingham one. It's one of my favorites, and has cute little baby blue bows on it. I love it. What's yours like? Anyways, look around you and find something pretty. Anything. Don't think about it, just let your eyes choose. Maybe it's something someone's wearing, or a color. Something in a window, a flower, a bag, pair of shoes. Literally anything that makes some tiny part of your brain go, ooh, that's cute. Found something? There. That's ours now. Not literally. Please don't steal it. We own it emotionally. There's a difference. And congratulations. You've just collected the first one. First what, you ask? I'm not telling you. You'll find out later. For now, just keep walking. Let your arms move. Let your shoulders sit wherever they naturally want to sit. You don't need to arrange yourself for me. And you definitely don't need to arrange yourself for everyone passing you. Just walk. There. That's better. So, how are we feeling today? You don't actually have to answer that. I know I can't hear you. Although I like pretending I can. It makes this whole friendship considerably easier from my side. But whatever kind of day you're having, you don't need to turn it into something else for me. If you're feeling confident today, amazing. I'm exploiting that immediately. If you're feeling a little nervous, you can stay close. If dysphoria has been particularly loud today, it can come too. I'm not inviting it shopping, obviously. It has terrible taste. But you don't have to get rid of it before you're allowed to have a nice time. And if you're somewhere in the middle, not terrible, not amazing, just here, then honestly, that's a perfectly good place to start. Because I don't need you to have some enormous, euphoric transformation today. I'd rather collect the little things, the ones that sneak up on you. Like suddenly noticing how nice your hair feels when it moves, or becoming aware of your smooth legs inside whatever you're wearing, or catching a little trace of your perfume that you'd completely forgotten about, then looking down and liking your nails for half a second. Those tiny, private moments where nothing has really happened, but somehow something inside you goes, oh. I know those moments, and we're going hunting for them. Actually, dare number 2. For the next few steps, I want you to stop trying to walk femininely. Completely. No performance. No checking what your hips are doing. No wondering what your arms are doing. No analyzing your feet. Just let your body walk. Go on. A few steps. There, that's your walk. You don't have to borrow another girl's. And if your hips happen to move a little, they moved. If they didn't, they didn't. We are absolutely not turning this into an examination. I promised you a girls' day, not a lesson in walking. Although, now that I've mentioned your body moving, I have a slightly cheekier experiment. Don't change anything. Just keep walking normally, and for a couple of seconds, notice what moves with you, like your clothes and your hair, your legs, your hips, maybe your boobs bouncing a little. Just notice, nothing more. And if walking and thinking just then happened to remind you that you do have boobs, congratulations, girl. Your boobs remain successfully attached. Another crisis narrowly avoided. It sounds so stupid when I say it like that, doesn't it? But sometimes those ridiculously ordinary moments can hit differently. You're not standing in front of a mirror searching for something or comparing yourself. You're not checking whether they're big enough or shaped like somebody else's. You're just walking, and your body quietly reminds you that it's there. Sometimes that can be enough. So if you got even the tiniest flicker of something nice from that, keep it. That's number 2. Or 3. I haven't decided how we're scoring this yet. This is a very poorly organized girls' day. Oh, new rule. If we see a reflection today, we're allowed to look. Not inspect. Look. There's a difference. No getting 2 inches away from a shop window and beginning a forensic investigation of your face. Absolutely forbidden. But catching yourself as you pass, seeing your outfit, your silhouette, the way your clothes sit, that's allowed. And if the opportunity presents itself, we may conduct 1 or 2 completely unnecessary bum checks. For research, obviously. Important girl research. Actually, remember that phrase. I have a feeling we're going to be conducting an irresponsible amount of research today. And here's another tiny one you can do wherever you are. Hands. Just notice them for a second. Maybe they're swinging beside you, or one is holding your phone. Is one holding your bag strap? Maybe they're tucked into pockets. Whatever they're doing, just notice something you like if there happens to be something. Your nails, your fingers, a ring, a bracelet, the way you're holding something. And if there's nothing that particularly gives you euphoria today, fine. Hands have failed the inspection. We move on. That's what I mean about today. Nothing has to work. You don't owe me a reaction. I'm going to throw lots of stupid little moments at you, and you get to keep whichever ones feel nice. The rest? Leave them on the pavement. Right, shopping question. And this is extremely serious. If money didn't matter, what would you buy today? Don't give me the sensible answer. I don't want toothpaste. I don't care that you need shampoo. Something fun. That dress you keep looking at. Ridiculous shoes. Perfume. A tiny handbag that fits absolutely nothing. Earrings. Something soft. Something sparkly. Something you would have once walked straight past because you thought, that's not for me. Those are interesting, aren't they? The things we once decided weren't for us, before we'd even given ourselves permission to find out. So here's your next dare. You don't have to buy anything. I don't even need you to be near a shop. Just choose one thing today that the older version of you might have thought she wasn't allowed to like. And let yourself like it. That's all. No justification, no explanation. You don't have to be feminine enough for it. You don't need the right body for it. You don't need permission. You just get to think, I like that. That's yours too. Another little thing collected. You're definitely trying to work out what we're collecting now, aren't you? Nope, not saying. Keep walking, beautiful. Ooh, wait. I've got a completely pointless mission. Find something sparkly. Go. I'll wait. Have you found something? Maybe jewelry, a shop display, something catching the light, a car, someone's shoes, absolutely anything. Got one? Excellent. Mission complete. That's it. There was no deeper meaning. I never promised these would all be educational. Sometimes, Girls' Day involves finding something sparkly because your idiot friend told you to. And apparently today, I'm the idiot friend. Although, since we're being ridiculous, if your legs are feeling particularly smooth today, smooth leg check. Don't touch them. You're outside. Behave yourself. Just notice whatever you're wearing feels like against them while you walk. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. That's such a silly little private thing. Nobody around you knows why that might have felt nice. They just see someone walking. But you know, and I know. That's what I love about these moments. They don't need an audience or anybody else's approval. Somebody can walk straight past you while you're quietly thinking, my legs feel really nice today. And that moment still belongs completely to you. Nobody can take that away from you. And actually, that's something I want you to remember today. We're not trying to convince everybody around you of anything. This isn't a performance for strangers. You're not walking around hoping to earn some invisible femininity score. You're allowed to have private moments that are just for you. Maybe you're wearing something cute underneath your clothes that nobody else even knows about. Which, by the way, if you're wearing cute underwear today, that is so beautiful and girly. Because everyone around you is going about their day completely unaware that you're secretly getting a tiny bit of euphoria just from knowing they're there. That's our little secret. And if it's a thong and you suddenly become very aware that you're wearing it, don't start rearranging your underwear in the middle of the pavement, please. I cannot take you anywhere. Get comfortable discreetly when you're somewhere appropriate. Then carry on with your day knowing, cute thong under my clothes. Nobody knows. Girl things. See, this is already getting out of hand. We've barely started. And you've potentially admired something pretty, stopped analyzing your walk, noticed your body moving, inspected your hands, found something sparkly, enjoyed your smooth legs, and contemplated your underwear. Productive afternoon. But there's something underneath all this silliness that I really want you to notice. A few minutes ago, you might have been thinking about how you looked to everyone else. Maybe wondering what they noticed, checking yourself, maybe worrying. And somewhere between finding something pretty and conducting an entirely unnecessary smooth leg inspection, you may have forgotten to monitor yourself for a moment. You were just here, walking, looking at things, being nosy with me, having little private thoughts, being ridiculous, living like the girl that you are. And that's the bit I don't want you to miss. Because you don't have to manufacture girlhood every second. You don't have to constantly ask yourself whether you're doing it correctly. Sometimes you're just a girl walking somewhere, with another girl in her ear making her do stupid things. You are a girl. And today, you don't have to prove it. We're going to have fun with it. Which reminds me, I think you're ready for your first piece of important girl research. If you happen to pass a reflection sometime soon, shop window, mirror, dark glass, whatever you've got, you're allowed one quick outfit check. No criticism, no zooming mentally into whatever you don't like, just the whole picture. And if you can see enough of yourself, you may turn slightly, just slightly, for your bum. Yes, I'm serious. One tiny bum check, strictly for research purposes. Then keep walking like absolutely nothing happened. Nobody needs to know. And if there's no reflection anywhere near you, don't worry. I'm saving that one. I'll get you eventually. Come on, girlie. Keep walking. We've got things to look at and imaginary money to spend. We have research to conduct, and I still haven't told you what you've been collecting. And you're not getting it out of me. Not yet. But I'll give you a clue. It isn't proof that you're feminine enough. It isn't proof that anybody else sees you a particular way. And it isn't something you can buy. That's all you're getting. Now come on. I've just thought of another little task. I need you to find something you would absolutely try on if there were no consequences. No price tag, no changing room queue, no awkward moment where you pick it up, put it down, pick it up again, and then pretend you were never looking at it in the first place. It doesn't matter whether you're actually near shops. You can spot something somebody's wearing, something in a window, on an advert, or just make something up. But I want something a tiny bit braver than your usual choice. Not something you think you should wear. Something that makes you think, God, I'd love to try that. Got something? I don't know. I'm looking at your imaginary choice and judging you quite severely. Obviously, I'm joking. Of course, I love it. Although, if you've chosen something completely outrageous, I reserve the right to pretend this was entirely your idea. Right. Now mentally put it on. Just for a second. Don't redesign your entire body to go with it. That's cheating. Just you. Exactly as you are today. Wearing it. Sometimes the exciting part isn't even the clothes. It's giving yourself permission to imagine yourself in them. Keep that one. Another little thing for our collection. Okay, your turn. You are choosing something for me now. Find me a handbag. And I want a good one. No boring practical thing with 17 sensible compartments. I want something unnecessarily cute. Something that makes absolutely no attempt to justify its existence. Go on, have a look around. If there aren't any bags where you are, invent one. Found mine? Oh, wait, is that what you've chosen for me? Excuse me? You think I'd carry that? Actually, yes. Yes, I absolutely would. Fine, you know me too well already. This is becoming concerning. And that's another rule for today. We're allowed to be nosy. Not creepy nosy, just girl date nosy. We see a cute outfit, we notice it. Lovely nails, notice them. Great hair, notice it. Cute bag, we are absolutely discussing it. But we're not turning another girl into a measuring stick for you. That's not the game. If somebody walks past with gorgeous hair, you don't have to immediately ask why yours doesn't look like hers. You can just think, God, her hair is gorgeous, and carry on being you. Same with her legs, her clothes, her shape, her boobs, her makeup, whatever catches your attention. Somebody else's beauty doesn't take anything away from yours. There isn't a limited amount. And you don't have to look like another girl before you're allowed to stand beside her as one. Although we are allowed to steal outfit ideas. That's completely different. Actually, new game. The next outfit you see that you really like, steal one thing from it. Not literally, a color combination, a jacket, shoes, jewelry, the way she styled something, whatever catches your eye. And if there isn't anybody around, think of the last outfit you saw that made you go, ooh. Take one idea. There, it's yours now. Fashion crime successfully completed. No witnesses. Now, while we're walking, just notice your hair for a moment. You don't need to touch it. Can you feel any of it? Against your forehead, your cheek, your neck? Your shoulders? Maybe it's tied back and you barely feel it at all. Maybe the breeze catches it occasionally. Maybe you've already tucked it behind your ear without noticing. Actually, I wonder if you've adjusted your hair since we started. Don't answer. I can't hear you anyway. But I bet some of you have. And if you haven't, I've just made you think about doing it. That's basically the same thing. If you want to, give it a little tuck behind your ear. Nothing dramatic, just that tiny movement. There. And keep walking. I love things like that. Not because tucking your hair behind your ear somehow proves anything. It doesn't. It's just yours. Your hair. Your hand. Your little movement. Your moment. You don't have to analyze it any further than that. I need you to do something completely pointless again. Pick a color, quickly. First one that comes into your head. Got it? Now find it somewhere around you. No changing your color because you've suddenly realized there isn't any turquoise within a 6-mile radius. You chose it. Commit. Keep looking. Found it? Yes. See? We are excellent at this. What did we achieve? Absolutely nothing. I told you, Girls' Day. Not everything needs a lesson. Actually, I'm changing the game. Find something pink, even if you don't like pink. Just find some. There, ours. We emotionally own that too. At this rate, we're going home with half the town. Now I've got a slightly cheekier one. If you've got a bag with you today, notice where it sits against your body. On your shoulder, across your chest, against your hip. Maybe you're carrying it in your hand. Don't move it for me. Just notice it. That little weight, the strap, the way it moves when you move. And if you haven't got one, devastating. You'll have to carry our imaginary shopping. Sorry. I bought the tiny useless handbag, remember? Nothing fits in mine. Keep walking, beautiful girl. And this time, notice your clothes moving. Not how they look, but how they feel. Fabric against your skin, something shifting slightly around your waist, a sleeve against your arm, your skirt, leggings, tights, whatever you're wearing, moving against your legs. Maybe there's absolutely nothing interesting about it. That's allowed. But maybe there's one tiny sensation that feels nice. Keep that one. And if you're wearing something underneath your clothes today that makes you feel particularly cute, you know what I'm going to say. Nobody knows. Maybe it's a bra you love, cute panties, that thong we have agreed you're going to stop publicly rearranging. Whatever it is, you don't need anybody to see it for it to count. That's the funny thing about some of the best little euphoric moments. They're completely invisible. You can be standing at a crossing, looking like you're thinking about traffic, when actually you're thinking, my underwear is really cute today. Nobody knows. I absolutely adore that. And speaking of invisible, perfume check. Can you smell yours anymore? Don't deliberately sniff yourself. Just wait. Sometimes you stop noticing it completely. And then you move a certain way or the air changes and suddenly, there it is again. Just this tiny little reminder. Maybe you can't smell it. Don't worry. Just take a moment to grab it from your handbag and spray a little on. And if you're not wearing perfume, that's fine. Maybe shampoo, moisturizer, body lotion, something from your clothes, or absolutely nothing. We're not manufacturing sensations that aren't there. We're just noticing the ones that happen to show up. That's important. You don't have to force euphoria. Sometimes you just leave the door open for it. Right, I need another shopping decision. We're going somewhere ridiculously expensive now. Imaginary somewhere. So don't worry about where you're actually walking. I'm giving you exactly 30 imaginary seconds and an unlimited imaginary budget. You can choose one: shoes, perfume, jewelry, or a handbag. Go. No, you can't have all four. Don't look at me like that. Fine, you can have all four. Okay, shoes first. What are we getting? Something elegant? Something cute? Something completely impractical? Maybe something with a little heel that makes that lovely sound when you walk? Or trainers, because you've sensibly realized I'm going to make you walk around with me for another half hour. Whatever you chose, it's good. Now jewelry. Are you an earrings girl? Necklace? Bracelets? Rings? Something tiny? Something that catches the light? And notice how easy that was. I didn't ask what would make you look feminine enough. I asked what you liked. That's a much nicer question. Maybe we should ask that one more often. Not, will people think this suits me? Not, am I allowed to wear this yet? Not, do I look enough like somebody else? Just, do I like it? That's enough information sometimes. Okay, emotional moment over. I need to know what perfume you've bought. Imagine trying a few. One is too sweet. One smells suspiciously like someone's auntie. One costs enough that we're going to have to pretend we didn't see the price. And then, there, one you love. You put a little on your wrist. Wait a second, try it again. Yep, that one. We're having it. Important girl research. You know what? We've conducted an irresponsible amount of research already, and we're nowhere near finished. Right. Reflection opportunity. If you've got one anywhere around you, you know what to do. Quick look, whole picture, no forensic investigation. How are we doing? Outfit looking cute? Nice. Hair doing something completely different from what you asked it to? Standard. And if you can see your silhouette, just notice it. No judgment, no list of things to change. You don't need to love every centimeter of yourself to enjoy one thing. Maybe you like the way your top sits, or your waist catches your eye. Maybe your legs look nice. Maybe there's something about your hips today. Maybe you just like the overall you-ness of it. And if you don't particularly like the reflection today, then we don't stand there hurting your own feelings. Come back to me. Keep walking. There'll be other reflections, other days, other moods. One piece of glass doesn't get to decide how the rest of our girl's day feels. But if you're feeling cheeky, you know what time it is. Bum research. Turn a tiny bit if it's safe and natural where you are. Just enough to catch the outline. Interesting. Very interesting. We may need further study. Okay, stop staring at your bum. Come on, we have places to imaginary go. And while you start walking again, notice what your body does when it gets moving. Don't exaggerate anything. Your legs find their rhythm, your arms settle, your hips move however they move, your clothes follow, and your breasts move with you too. Maybe barely, maybe enough that you notice them occasionally. Don't give it away, girl. We've established they're still there. Just let the feeling exist. No comparison, no measuring, no deciding they should be different. Your boobs don't need to compete with the girl who walked past 5 minutes ago. They're not auditioning. They're yours. And whatever stage your body is at today, you're allowed to feel happy about the parts that make you happy, even if the feeling lasts 2 seconds, especially then. Because sometimes 2 seconds is enough to change the flavor of an entire afternoon. You feel something. You smile. Then it's gone. Nobody noticed. But you did. That's yours. Another one collected. You're definitely going to ask me what we're collecting again. Nope. not saying. I have committed to this mystery now. You're going to have to suffer. Okay, next dare. And this one is slightly more dangerous. Not physically dangerous, financially dangerous. Find something you could actually treat yourself to. Something small. You don't have to buy it. We're just choosing. A drink, lip balm, a scrunchie, a little notebook, a hair clip, something sweet, flowers. Something utterly unnecessary that costs very little and makes you smile. If you're nowhere near shops, choose what you'd get later. And here's the rule. It has to be for you. Not because you need it or somebody else would approve of it, and not because it helps you become anything. Just because you like it. Have you picked something? Good. That's our little treat. Maybe you buy it, maybe you don't. The choosing was the point. And now, I have a dare that is a bit silly. I'm already smiling. For the next girl you see wearing something you like, mentally compliment them. That's it. Don't stare, don't compare, just cute shoes. Love that coat. Her hair looks amazing. Whatever genuinely catches your attention. Then immediately find one thing about yourself you're enjoying today. Could be tiny. Your hair, your outfit, your nails, your legs, your scent, your courage for even being out here. Anything. There. Her beauty, your beauty. Same world. No competition required. You can stand beside other girls without turning yourself into the exception. You don't have to mentally step outside girlhood every time another girl appears. You don't have to think, her and then me. You can let it be her and me. Two girls, different bodies, different faces, different stories. Still girls. You are a girl. You don't have to win anything to be one. Sorry, that got unexpectedly serious, considering just a second ago we were examining your bum in a shop window. But actually, maybe that's why I like doing this with you. Because girlhood doesn't have to be one enormous, profound thing all the time. Sometimes it is profound. Sometimes something tiny hits you right in the chest and suddenly means more than you expected. And sometimes it's arguing with your friend about imaginary handbags. Both get to exist. Oh, speaking of which, I have another absolutely vital question. Pink or blue? Quick, no context, choose. Got one? Excellent. You have absolutely no idea what you've just chosen. Neither do I. I hadn't thought that far ahead. Right. Apparently, you've chosen the color of our imaginary matching pajamas. There. Problem solved. Cute. Although, if you picked something else in your head, fine. And actually, that gives me an idea. Imagine we're finishing our girls' day later. We've spent too much imaginary money. Our feet hurt. We've somehow accumulated several bags despite promising we weren't buying anything. We get home, hair goes up, shoes come off, fresh pajamas, something nice to drink, and we collapse somewhere comfortable and start showing each other the ridiculous things we bought. There's something lovely about that picture, isn't there? Not because it's some definition of being a girl. It isn't. It's just ordinary, easy. Two girls having a day. And sometimes ordinary is exactly the thing you've been craving. Not a huge revelation. Not everybody stopping and validating you. Not some perfect cinematic transformation. Just getting to participate. Getting to be there. Getting to have the stupid little memories too. I want more of those for you. Not just while I'm in your headphones. Real ones. Messy ones. Boring ones. Funny ones. Days where you feel gorgeous, where your hair refuses to cooperate, days where you buy something you definitely didn't need, and days where you're confident, even days where you're a bit wobbly. All of them. Because you don't need to wait until every part of your life feels sorted before you're allowed to start living it. And before this becomes far too emotionally responsible, dare. Find the most ridiculously feminine thing you can see. Your definition, not mine. Could be pink and sparkly, could be 6-inch heels, could be a tiny handbag, could be flowers, could be someone's enormous eyelashes, could be absolutely anything that makes your brain go, ooh, girl. Find it. Got something? Okay, now rate it. 1 to 10. 1 being barely girly, 10 being there is glitter in places glitter was never intended to reach. Super feminine kind of girly. What did you give it? I disagree. Obviously. I think it deserves 1 point higher. Even if it goes to 11. We make the rules, girl. And now, find something that feels like you. That's different. Not the girliest thing. Not the thing you think you're supposed to choose. Something that feels like it could belong in your life. A color, an outfit, a pair of shoes, a hairstyle, a coffee cup, a flower, something completely random. Take your time. Found one? Good. Remember it. You don't need to know why. Just remember what you chose. We're putting that in the collection too. Come on, girl. Keep walking with me. Let your body settle back into its own rhythm. No performing, no perfect posture, no perfect walk. Just you. And if something nice catches your attention, we'll notice it. If something makes you laugh, even better. And if nothing particularly euphoric happens for the next few minutes, that's okay too. We haven't failed the girls' day. We're just having one. Although, I should probably warn you, I've been behaving myself so far, relatively, and I have several considerably cheekier dares waiting for you. So, enjoy the peace while it lasts, girlie, because I think it's time we started discovering just how much important girl research we can get away with in public, without anybody around you having the slightest idea what we're doing. Okay. I think we're far enough into our girls' day now that I can trust you with something. Actually, no, that's clearly not true. I've seen the imaginary shopping decisions you've been making. But we're doing this anyway. For the next little while, we're collecting secrets. Not big secrets, tiny ones. The sort where everybody around you thinks absolutely nothing is happening. But you and I know differently. Because I think some of the loveliest little moments are the ones nobody else sees. So, secret number 1. Don't do anything yet. Just keep walking normally. And notice your body moving. Particularly, how it feels. Your feet finding the ground. Your legs moving. Your clothes shifting against your skin. Your arms. Your hips. Your hair, if you can feel it. Your boobs moving naturally with your steps. Don't change any of it. Just notice yourself being here. Isn't that strange? You can spend so much time looking at your body from the outside that sometimes you forget what it's like to simply experience it from the inside. And right now, nobody knows you're doing that. Someone could walk straight past you. They'd have absolutely no idea. Our little secret. Right, now I'm going to ruin that beautiful moment by making you do something ridiculous. I want you to pretend you've just remembered something incredibly important. Not enough to stop suddenly. Keep yourself safe. Just slow naturally when it's appropriate. Stop. Tuck your hair behind your ear and maybe look in your bag, your pocket, your phone, whatever makes sense where you are. Like, oh, did I bring that? And while you're doing it, notice what happens when your body changes pace. Your clothes settle. Your hair might move. Your chest might shift a little. Your boobs might give you one of those tiny, oh, hello, moments. And then, carry on. That's it. That was the entire operation. Excellent work, agent. Nobody suspected a thing. God, this is so silly. I love it. And if you didn't notice anything, fine. The experiment produced inconclusive results. We'll submit it for peer review. Important girl research continues. Actually, speaking of boobs, can I tell you something? You don't have to keep checking whether yours are enough. I know how easy comparison can become. Another girl walks past. You notice hers. And before you've even really thought about it, your brain has started measuring. Hers against yours. Her shape against yours. Her body against yours. Come back here. Her boobs are allowed to be hers, and yours are allowed to be yours. Whatever size they are today, whatever shape they are, whatever stage your body happens to be at. You don't have to win at boobs. Which is fortunate because I checked the rules earlier and apparently there isn't even a trophy. What a waste of everybody's time. So if you notice your chest today, try just once not to immediately turn that noticing into criticism. Let it be something much simpler. Those are my breasts. Mine. And then keep walking. See? Tiny. Private. Nobody around you heard that thought. Nobody needs to. Okay, secret number 2. If you've got smooth legs today, you already know I can't resist this one. Don't touch them. Or maybe just pretend you've got an itch, or you thought there was a bug on you, and just quickly touch them. Okay, that'll do. Now just notice your clothes against them. Maybe fabric moving over freshly shaved skin, maybe tights, leggings, jeans, a skirt moving around them, whatever you've got on. 3 steps, that's all. 1, 2, 3. Nice? Then keep it. Don't explain it. Don't analyze why something so tiny can feel so good. You don't owe anybody an intellectual defense of enjoying your own legs. You're allowed to simply think, God, they feel nice, and carry on with your day. Actually, if you're somewhere completely appropriate and safe to do this, try one tiny thing. Bring your legs just slightly closer together for a moment as you stand or wait. Not a pose, not some performance of femininity, just enough to notice them. Your thighs gently touching together. Then relax again. Sometimes your body doesn't need to look different for you to experience it differently. And nobody around you knew that little moment happened. You did. I did. Girl secret. Right, enough of trying to be sensible. I need you to find the most unnecessary thing you can see. Something that exists almost entirely because somebody thought, but wouldn't it be cute? Maybe a tiny ornament, a ridiculous key ring, a handbag charm, a glittery phone case, something with a bow on it that absolutely did not require a bow. Found something? Oh, that's so cute. I want it, immediately. Put it in our imaginary shopping bag. No, we don't need it. That's why it's perfect. You know one of my favorite things about today? Every time I tell you to stop trying to be feminine, there you still are. Still you. A girl being a girl. Oh, I've just thought of a cheeky one. Underwear check. Not visually. Please, we're in public. I simply mean, Are you wearing something today that makes you feel nice? Maybe it's cute. Maybe it's soft. Maybe it's ridiculously pretty considering nobody is going to see it. Or you've got a bra on that you particularly like, cute panties or a thong. Maybe absolutely nothing special. Whatever's true for you. If there is something, just become aware of it for a second. That's all. There. You know it's there. Nobody else does. I love that. And if you're wearing a thong and it decides to remind you of its existence, yes, I know. If you need to get comfortable, wait until you're somewhere appropriate and discreetly sort yourself out. Then carry on like nothing happened. Because absolutely nobody needs to know that 30 seconds ago you were walking around thinking, cute thong. Sorry, it's such a stupid sentence, but that's exactly why I like it. There are these tiny things that might mean absolutely nothing to somebody else, and yet for you, they can produce this sudden little spark. Not because underwear makes you a girl. It doesn't. Not because smooth legs make you a girl. They don't. Not because having boobs makes you a girl. None of those things made you a girl. You were already a girl. Sometimes they just give you little moments where you get to enjoy being one. That's different. Okay, I refuse to let us become emotionally mature for too long. Next dare. We need to choose our imaginary coffee order, or tea, or milkshake, or whatever you actually like. Got it? Good. Now imagine I've ordered something unnecessarily complicated. Something that requires the poor person behind the counter to take a second breath halfway through. And when it arrives, I've obviously got the prettier cup. Obviously. I'm not swapping. Actually, if you happen to be holding a drink right now, look at your hand around it. Just for a second. Maybe your nails catch your eye. Maybe a ring. And if you do like something you see, let yourself like it. No qualification. No, but my hands are too... No. I heard that. We're not doing the yes, but thing. If one little part of you made you happy for half a second, you don't have to immediately present evidence against it. Just take the win. You're allowed to have nice thoughts about yourself without cross-examining them. Oof, that one was suspiciously healthy. Let's do something silly again. If you're somewhere you can safely pause for a moment, stand still. In a queue or a bus stop or waiting for the lights to change, just naturally stand. No posing yet. Ready? Okay. Now put your shoulders back just a tiny, tiny bit. Not military, not uncomfortable, just enough to open your posture. Lift your head a fraction, and imagine I'm beside you going, oh, look at her. Stay there for a second. Not because that's how girls are supposed to stand, because sometimes changing your posture for 2 seconds changes how you experience yourself. Now, if you're feeling brave, one hand on your hip, just briefly. Go on. There she is. And relax. Nobody died. Civilization continues. Excellent. Did that feel silly? Good. Did it feel nice? Even better. Did it feel awkward? Also fine. We're experimenting. Important girl research. And here's the thing. Sometimes confidence isn't this enormous internal feeling that arrives before you do anything. Sometimes you put your hand on your hip for 3 ridiculous seconds because some girl in your headphones dared you to, and your brain goes, wait, I kind of liked that. That's enough. We don't need to build a philosophy around it. Put it in the collection. Keep walking. Oh, we're collecting quite a lot now. You still don't know why. I know. I'm enjoying this far too much. Right. Let's see if we can find a reflection again. No hunting desperately. If one happens to appear, great. If not, this mission waits. But when you find one, I want something different this time. Don't look at your face first. Look at the whole girl. Your outfit, your stance, your hair, your shape, your legs. Whatever the reflection gives you, no magnifying individual features, just you, standing there. And before your brain gets busy, turn slightly. Yes, you know exactly why. Bum research. Just a tiny angle. Maybe 1 foot shifts. Maybe you rise very slightly onto your toes if you're standing somewhere safe and private enough for that to feel natural. Just enough to catch the change in your silhouette. Fascinating. Very important findings. Would you like to submit anything for the official report? No? Fine. My professional assessment is cute bum. Right, come on. Before we get caught conducting bum research without a permit. And I know that was silly, but notice what we didn't do. I didn't ask you to find everything wrong with the reflection. I didn't ask you whether your bum was feminine enough. I didn't ask you to compare it with anybody else's. We looked, we played, we left. Maybe that's something worth practicing. Not learning to adore every reflection. Just learning that every reflection doesn't have to become a fight. Sometimes it's allowed to be, oh, there I am. Maybe a tiny turn. Maybe a tiny smile inside. And then you carry on living. Because you deserve more time living than inspecting yourself. Okay, come back to your steps. Feel the rhythm again. Maybe you're walking quickly, maybe slowly. Maybe you've stopped somewhere, or you're sitting down now. Maybe the entire geography of your day has changed since we started. That's fine. I'm adapting beautifully. Very professional. Wherever you are, take 1 comfortable breath. Nothing dramatic, just breathe in and out. Now notice one thing your body is doing without asking your permission. Your chest rising, your fingers moving, your hair shifting, your legs carrying you, your hips finding their own rhythm, your boobs moving a little as you walk, your shoulders relaxing as you breathe out. Something. Anything. Your body isn't a photograph. It's alive. It moves. It reacts. It occupies space. And you get to experience it from inside. But speaking of bodies moving, no, I'm not making you jump in the middle of the street. I know what happened during the mirror work video. I remember. And apparently some of you cannot be trusted with instructions, so we're keeping this public friendly. But if you happen to go down some stairs today, take them normally. Hold the rail if you need it. Look where you're going. And if the movement happens to make you suddenly aware of your boobs, there it is. Tiny moment. No need to manufacture it. No rushing, no bouncing deliberately. Just, oh, my body. And then we're safely getting to the bottom of the stairs because I'd quite like you to survive our girls' day. Safety first, boob research second. Actually, that might be our new motto. No, absolutely not. Forget I said that. Now I've got another secret for you. This one isn't a dare. It's just something I want you to try noticing over the rest of our walk. Every time you do something that feels naturally like you, don't interrogate it. Maybe you like the way you're walking, or you choose something pretty. Maybe you become aware of smooth skin. Maybe you find yourself standing differently. Maybe just laughing at something stupid I said. Let it happen. Because sometimes I think we can become so desperate to find femininity that we miss the little bits we're already experiencing. You don't have to watch yourself being a girl. You get to be busy being one. And that's why nobody around you needs to know what we're doing. To them, you're just walking, browsing, going somewhere, living your afternoon. They don't know about the imaginary handbags. They don't know about the bum and boob research. They definitely don't know about the thong conversation. They don't know you might have noticed your smooth legs or some tiny movement that made you feel unexpectedly good. Those moments don't belong to them. They're yours. And maybe, just maybe, one of the things you've collected today already means more to you than it would mean to anybody else. That's okay. Tiny things can carry enormous feelings. You don't need to explain why. I know. God, we went from silly to emotional vulnerability remarkably quickly there. Right, before I start getting sentimental again, I have one last dare for this part of our Girls' Day, and it's ridiculous. I want you to choose one tiny thing about yourself and become absurdly pleased with it for 10 seconds. No modesty, no disclaimers, no, it's okay, I suppose. Choose something. Hair, nails, legs, eyes, outfit, skin, hips, boobs, bum, your perfume, your shoes, your courage, anything. Got one? Good. For 10 seconds, that thing is fabulous. Absolutely magnificent. Unparalleled. Possibly the greatest example of its kind ever recorded. I'm serious. 10 seconds. No criticism allowed. 1, 2, 3. Stay with it. 4, 5, 6. Don't you dare start qualifying it. 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. There. Did the universe collapse because you liked something about yourself without apologizing? No. Interesting. More research required. But keep that feeling somewhere, even if you were playing along, even if you felt a little ridiculous, because underneath the joke, you just gave yourself 10 seconds where you weren't trying to improve her, you weren't comparing her, you weren't waiting for her to become somebody else. You just liked her. And sweetheart, she deserves moments like that. You deserve moments like that. Not someday, not when everything is perfect. Now. You are a girl, and you're allowed to have fun being her. Okay, come on. We're not finished yet. Not even close. Because I've just realized something slightly dangerous. We've been doing all this important girl research, and we haven't even established whether you're brave enough for the next part. Actually, I think you are. So let's find out. And before you start worrying, I'm not about to make you announce anything to a stranger or perform some ridiculous public stunt. These are our dares, tiny enough that nobody around you needs to know you're doing them. But I am making them a little cheekier now, because you've had plenty of time to escape, and you're still here. First one, I want you to find something you'd normally hesitate to look at. Not something you dislike, something you like enough that looking at it makes you slightly self-conscious. Maybe it's a dress, lingerie in a shop window, makeup, jewelry, a handbag, something pink and unapologetically cute. Something you once might have hurried past because you were worried somebody would notice you noticing it. If there's nothing like that around you, imagine the sort of thing it would be. Got one? Okay, here's the dare. Look. That's literally it. Don't pretend you're looking behind it. Don't suddenly become fascinated by the ceiling. And absolutely no emergency phone inspection. Just let yourself look at the thing you like. Maybe imagine it on you. Maybe wonder which color you'd choose. Maybe think, God, that's cute. And then keep walking. See? Nothing happened. You liked something. You allowed yourself to like it. The world continued. That's another one for our collection. Oh, and while we're talking about clothes, I want to play changing rooms. Imaginary changing rooms. Much less stressful. And apparently, ours have unlimited clothes and absolutely flattering lighting. I've picked 3 things for you. First, something you'd actually wear. Easy. Second, something you secretly really want to try. And third, something so ridiculously girly that you'd look at me and go, Effy, absolutely not. Got them? Good. We're trying on number 1. Fits beautifully, obviously. Now number 2. Oh, look at you. You like that one more than you expected, don't you? Maybe, maybe not. We're keeping it in the room anyway. And now, number 3. Put it on. Come on, nobody's here. It's imaginary. There. Okay, maybe it's ridiculous. Maybe you secretly love it. Maybe both. Turn around. Have a look. Oh my God, we're buying it. No discussion. Put it in the imaginary bag. And you know what I love about imaginary changing rooms? Your body doesn't have to earn the clothes. We don't stand there saying, I'll wear that when my body looks different. I'll wear that when I'm further along. I'll wear that when I'm prettier. I'll wear that when I'm braver. Sometimes you can just let yourself wonder what you'd enjoy now. Maybe you decide it's not for you. That's fine too. But at least you got to decide, not fear. Okay, enough wisdom. Reflection check. But I have upgraded the research protocol. Whole picture first. Always. There you are. Don't hunt for problems, just notice yourself. And if you're somewhere safe and you're not in anybody's way, turn a little. 1 foot slightly behind the other if that feels comfortable. Maybe let one hip settle naturally. Interesting. Now, tiny rise onto your toes, just for a second, only if you're standing safely. Up and down. And if that changed the way your legs or bum looked in the reflection, oh, you noticed. You absolutely noticed. Don't pretend you didn't. How about one more tiny turn? Okay, research concluded. Keep walking. I swear we're going to get banned from reflective surfaces. But here's the bit I want to sneak underneath the joke. Did you notice what happened? For a few seconds, instead of standing there asking whether your body was good enough, you played with it. You moved. You experimented. You looked. Maybe you liked something. Then you left. Your body got to be somewhere you live, rather than something you constantly grade. I really like that for you. Right, I need something extremely serious from you now. Find me shoes. We've already bought too much, so obviously we're continuing. And I want shoes with absolutely no practical justification. Your choice. Maybe heels or a pair of cute flats. How about boots? Maybe something sparkly. Maybe something with little bows that serves no structural purpose whatsoever. Find them. Got mine? Those? For me? Actually, they're adorable. Damn it, you're getting annoyingly good at this. Fine, they're mine. Now choose yours. And don't automatically choose the safest pair. Just notice which ones your eyes actually want. There. Those. Imagine putting them on, standing up, taking a couple of steps, hearing them if they make a sound, seeing them at the bottom of your outfit, and obviously checking them in the mirror from 17 different angles. We have standards. Oh, wait, do you have your nails done today? If you do, I want a quick nail appreciation moment. Just glance, nothing dramatic. Maybe catch them around your phone, against your bag, moving as you walk. Cute. And if they're not done, we're choosing imaginary nails. Shape first, then color. Don't overthink it. What did you choose? I'd probably pick something slightly more irresponsible. Maybe something glossy. Maybe something with one tiny bit of sparkle. Actually, matching toes? Obviously. And speaking of legs, how are yours doing? Still carrying you around despite everything I've put them through? Excellent service. If they're smooth today, notice that again. But this time, don't focus on the skin itself. Notice the movement. One leg passing the other. Fabric shifting. Maybe a little breeze if they're uncovered. The simple rhythm of walking. Sometimes the loveliest body euphoria isn't looking down and seeing something. It's just suddenly becoming aware. These are my legs. And liking the thought. Keep walking. Let your hips follow naturally. No special walk, no exaggerated sway. Actually, I'm giving you the opposite dare. For 10 steps, you're not allowed to correct your walk. Whatever your body does is what it does. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. No supervising. 4, 5, 6, 7. I can practically hear you analyzing it. Stop. 8, 9, 10. There, you survived. And maybe your hips moved more than you thought. Maybe less. Doesn't matter. That's your body finding its own rhythm. Remember, you aren't practicing being a girl. You're a girl who's practicing being comfortable. There's a difference. Okay, that one gets to stay. I'm putting it somewhere safe. Now I need a ridiculous one because that got far too meaningful. Find the cutest thing within eyesight. Quick. Got it? Okay. Now find the ugliest thing. Don't choose a person. Be nice. An object. A sign, a building, some horrific piece of clothing. Something. Found it? Excellent. Now mentally redesign it. Make it girlier. Go. Paint it. Add flowers. Put a bow on it. Make it pink if you want. Or lilac. Add glitter. There. Much better. What did we accomplish? Once again, nothing. We're extremely productive. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We haven't checked whether you're carrying yourself differently now. Don't change anything. Just notice. Where are your shoulders? How are your arms moving? Where's your head? How fast are you walking? How much attention are you giving everyone around you? Maybe nothing has changed. That's completely fine. But perhaps you're a little less tightly controlled than you were earlier. A little more occupied with our nonsense. A little less interested in watching yourself from outside. If that's happened even slightly, I want you to notice it. Because you didn't force it. You got distracted by living. Apparently, the cure for excessive self-monitoring is imaginary shopping and bum research. Who knew? No, obviously not. But distraction can sometimes give us a glimpse of something. What it feels like when we aren't checking ourselves every 5 seconds. Okay, I've got a private one. Listen closely. Nobody else needs this conversation. If you're wearing a bra today, just become aware of it for a second. Not adjusting it, not checking anything, just the tiny feeling of knowing it's there. Maybe the straps, maybe the band. Maybe you barely notice it anymore. Maybe, actually, you could just reach up quickly and adjust it through your top. And if you're not wearing one, nothing to do. Just keep walking. But if you are, there's something wonderfully ordinary about forgetting you're wearing one, and then suddenly remembering. Sometimes ordinary is exactly what makes it euphoric. Not some dramatic moment, just, oh, my bra, my boobs. And then you're thinking about something else again. Actually, body experiment. No sudden stopping or jumping, just when you naturally change pace sometime in the next few minutes, maybe you slow down. Maybe you start walking again after waiting. Maybe you turn a corner. Maybe you take some stairs normally and safely. See whether your body gives you one of those little reminders. Hair moving, boobs shifting, a bag against your hip, clothes settling. Whatever happens, don't chase it. Just catch it if it comes. That's the game. We're not manufacturing euphoria. We're getting better at noticing when it quietly turns up. Oh my God, perfume shop. Imaginary again, unless you've actually found one. Come on, we're going in. I want 3 perfumes. One that smells ridiculously pretty, one that makes you feel expensive, and one that makes you think, oh. No explanation, just, oh. Try the first. Nice. Second. Oh, okay, we're apparently rich now. Third. There it is. That one. Put some imaginary perfume on your wrist. Now walk around pretending we have no intention whatsoever of buying it. And if you're wearing real perfume today, maybe at some point you'll catch it again unexpectedly. If you do, don't immediately sniff around trying to locate it. Just enjoy that tiny second where your own scent arrives before you even think about it. I love perfumes for that. It can actually be so private. You can associate it with getting ready, a certain outfit, a certain version of yourself, a memory. And then hours later, there it is again. Little reminder, I'm here. Okay, I need you to choose something for tonight now. Not because we're actually going anywhere, we're imagining. You've been invited somewhere lovely. What are you wearing? No restrictions. Dress? Jeans and a gorgeous top? Skirt? Something soft and understated? Something that makes an entrance before you do? Don't make the answer about what would hide your body best. That's not what I asked. I mean, what would be fun? There, that's another one. Put it in the collection. Oh, I have a dare I've been saving. This one's called the 3-Second Princess. Yes, I named it. At some point, when you're somewhere safe and you're not going to walk into anybody, you get exactly 3 seconds to be unnecessarily fabulous. That's it. Maybe shoulders back. Maybe one hand briefly on your hip. Maybe a tiny head tilt. Maybe you smooth your hair. Maybe you simply stand like you own the imaginary dress we've just bought. 3 seconds. Nobody needs to see. Ready? 1. Princess. 2. Commit. 3. And normal. That's the thing, isn't it? You can try something. You can feel silly. You can laugh. You can decide it's not you. Or you can discover some tiny part of it that is. There's no examiner, no score, no girlhood committee waiting around the corner with a clipboard. Thank God. I'd have several complaints. Okay, new dare. This one involves another girl, but she doesn't have to know she's playing. If you happen to see another girl while we're out, don't compare. Instead, find one thing you appreciate about her style. Not her body, her choice. Maybe color, hair, shoes, bag, makeup. Something she's chosen. Then ask yourself, would I try that? Yes? Maybe? Absolutely not? All three answers are useful because we're not trying to assemble some generic girl out of spare parts. We're finding you, your taste, your preferences, your ridiculous imaginary handbag, your questionable perfume spending, your style. Your version of being a girl gets to belong to you. And if another girl's body catches your attention instead, that's okay. We're human. Maybe she's got gorgeous legs, maybe curves you love, maybe bigger boobs than you, maybe a shape that immediately pokes that tender little comparison button. Just notice what happened. You don't have to punish yourself for noticing. And you don't have to punish her in your head either. Let her have her body. Then come back to yours. Feel your feet, your legs, your clothes, your own shape, your own movement. Her body doesn't cancel yours. Her femininity doesn't make yours smaller. There is room for both of you. Her and you. Two girls. Different. That's allowed. And now, because I can sense us becoming emotionally intelligent again, we need snacks. Imaginary snack break. What are you getting? And if you say salad after the amount of imaginary walking I've made you do, I'm sending it back. Choose something you actually want. Cake, chocolate, chips, fruit, pastry, something completely chaotic. I'll have some of yours. You know what? I like imagining you laughing out there, or at least smiling once. Even if you aren't. Even if you're just listening quietly. Because there's something I want this walk to give you that isn't just reassurance. I want you to have fun. Not affirmation fun, not therapeutic fun, just fun. Being silly, looking at things, imagining outfits, having private little body moments, doing ridiculous dares, existing without every second having to carry the weight of your entire identity. You deserve ordinary joy too. And hey, I want to check something. Not your body, not your walk. You. How are you doing? Maybe this has been lovely. Maybe you felt nothing particularly special. Or maybe, despite everything I'm saying, today is still hard. If it is, you don't have to perform happiness for me. You don't have to manufacture euphoria because I keep giving you opportunities to notice it. You don't have to pretend this suddenly fixed everything. We can have a slightly wobbly girls' day. Those are still girls' days. You can feel dysphoric and still come with me. You can feel nervous and still look at pretty things. You can dislike your reflection today and still enjoy your perfume. You can wish your body were different and still find one tiny thing about it that feels nice. And if you can't even find that today, then you can just walk. I'll keep you company. That's enough. You don't owe me a transformation. Besides, we've already bought approximately 12 imaginary handbags. I'm emotionally invested now. You're not getting rid of me that easily. Come on, whenever you're ready. Let your shoulders loosen again. Feel your feet underneath you. And just continue. No rush. I think I've got one more dare before we move on. And this one is different. No reflection, no shopping, no boobs, no bum. I know, shocking. For the next 10 steps, I want you to give yourself permission to be visible. Not noticeable, not performative, just visible. Don't shrink because somebody might pass. Don't suddenly change your walk because you feel watched. Don't pull your shoulders inward to make yourself disappear. Just take the ordinary amount of space your body needs. Nothing more, nothing less. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stay with me. 4, 5, 6. Whatever anybody else is doing, let them. 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep going. You didn't demand the world look at you. You didn't demand anybody approve of you. You simply didn't apologize for existing in it. That's brave enough. And sweetheart, if you couldn't do all 10, then you did however many you could. Maybe 1, maybe none today. I'm not keeping score. We can try again another time. That's what girls' days are for. But if there was even one step where you stopped asking permission to be there, put that one in the collection. That one's important. Yes, the mysterious collection. Remember that? You thought I'd forgotten. Absolutely not. I know exactly what we've been collecting. And you're getting dangerously close to finding out. But not yet. I've still got a few things I want to do with you first. And I think, after all this ridiculous research, you're ready for something a little braver. Come on, girl. Stay with me. Because the next part isn't about looking more feminine. It isn't about trying harder. It's about something I think you've been allowed far too little of. Taking up your place without apologizing for it. Okay, stay with me. We've spent quite a while being ridiculous together. We've emotionally stolen half the town, bought things that don't exist, spent an irresponsible amount of imaginary money, and discussed your underwear considerably more than I expected when we started. And the official Bum and Boob Research Department is going to have an enormous amount of paperwork. But now, I want to try something different with you. Not serious exactly, just a little braver. Because there's something I've noticed. Every silly dare I've given you has had one thing in common. You were allowed to be there while you did it. Not later, not when you're more confident, not when your body is different, not when your voice is different, not when you finally ticked whatever imaginary box your brain keeps moving further away. Today, as you are. So let's practice that for a little while. And don't worry, I'm still me. I'm absolutely going to make you do something stupid again. I just need you to trust me first. Okay, tiny dare. For the next few steps, don't improve anything. That's it. Don't correct your shoulders. Don't change your hips. Don't alter your stride. Don't arrange your hands. Don't check whether you're walking like a girl. Just walk. Go on. Feel your feet, your legs, your clothes moving with you. Let your arms do whatever they do. Let your hips move however they naturally move. Let your chest move naturally. Let your body be a body. There. That's her. No instructions required. And I want to give you a sentence to keep. You are a girl who's practicing being comfortable. Remember that. Okay, here's a little task. This one might sound ridiculously easy, until you're having one of those days when it isn't. If somebody passes you, don't change. You don't have to look at them. You don't have to smile. You don't have to prove confidence. Just see if you can resist that tiny impulse to suddenly supervise yourself. Don't pull yourself inward. Don't start mentally observing yourself through their eyes. Just keep going. Maybe somebody will pass soon. Maybe nobody will. We'll leave that task running in the background. And if you notice yourself tensing anyway, that's okay. Relax when you notice. We're not trying to catch you failing. We're giving you another option. Because I wonder how many times you've been perfectly comfortable right up until you realized somebody else could see you. And suddenly your body became something you were managing again. Your shoulders, your hands, your walk, your voice, your face, everything. That's exhausting, girl. So today, just occasionally, we're putting the clipboard down. Besides, I've already got the clipboard. I'm head of research, and according to my notes, you have displayed worrying levels of imaginary handbag expenditure, a suspicious interest in reflective surfaces, and repeated unauthorized appreciation of your own bum. I'm afraid it's serious. Sorry, I can be cringy, I know. Keep walking. And actually, notice whether you're smiling now. You might be. You might not. Don't manufacture one for me. I'm just curious. Maybe you've actually laughed. Maybe you've muttered, "Oh my God, Effy," under your breath, which I am counting as audience participation. And if none of that happened, you're still here. That's enough. Now I want you to choose somewhere around you to look. Not at yourself. Look outward. A building, a tree, a shop, the sky, somebody's ridiculous parking, anything. And for a few seconds, let your attention actually leave your body. Look. Notice something. A color, movement, light, sound, anything. There. The world is out here too. You don't have to spend your entire day inside an imaginary mirror. That's something I want you to remember. Your body deserves attention and care, but it doesn't deserve to become a prison you have to inspect from every angle. Sometimes your body can simply carry you somewhere interesting. Your legs can take you places. Your hands can touch things. Your nose can catch perfume in the air. Your hair can get messed up by the wind. Your boobs can bounce annoyingly when you hurry. Your feet can start complaining because apparently the shoes we chose were, in fact, a terrible idea. Your boobs and bum can exist without undergoing a formal assessment every 12 minutes. Although I realize that's a controversial position given today's research program. And all of that can just be life. Your life, not a waiting room. Okay, I've got a slightly scary dare. Nothing dramatic. I want you to choose one thing you would normally hesitate to do because you worry somebody might judge you for. Something tiny. Maybe looking properly at women's clothes instead of rushing past whilst glancing at them. Maybe browsing makeup or picking up something pretty and actually looking at it. Maybe ordering the drink you want without second-guessing yourself or letting somebody see your nails. Wearing your bag the way you actually prefer. Maybe just simply allowing your body to relax instead of trying to disappear. You don't have to do it right now. Your environment might not make sense for it. And if something genuinely doesn't feel safe, we don't do it. This isn't a courage test. But choose one, just mentally. One tiny thing. Got it? Good. Now I want you to imagine doing it. Not some perfect future version of you. You. Today. Maybe your heart beats a little faster. Maybe you feel awkward. Maybe absolutely nothing happens. And then you carry on. That's often what bravery actually looks like. Not becoming fearless, doing something small while still feeling a little unsure. And if you decide to actually do your dare sometime today, I want you to remember something. You don't have to do it confidently. You just have to do it. You can browse nervously. You can walk in with shaky hands. You can feel self-conscious. You can change your mind. And you can leave. None of those things erase what you tried. Although if your dare is buying another handbag, I'm withdrawing financial support. We've discussed this. Actually, I want to go back to something from earlier. Remember when I told you to choose something you once might have thought wasn't for you? Maybe you chose something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe another thing has caught your eye since. Look at how strange those invisible rules can be. A color isn't sitting there deciding who deserves it. A skirt doesn't know who's looking at it. Lipstick doesn't ask for identification. A bottle of perfume isn't performing a background check. They're things. You get to decide what you enjoy. Sometimes permission is quieter than we expect. It's simply stopping yourself from saying no before you've even asked what you want. Okay, I've got another dare. This one is called the Don't Look Down Challenge. For the next 10 steps, head comfortable. Eyes forward, not rigid, not chin dramatically in the air like you've inherited a million. Just don't hide your gaze on the ground unless you actually need to watch where you're stepping. Safety wins. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 4, 5. Let your shoulders breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How did that feel? Completely normal? Surprisingly exposed? Maybe good. Maybe uncomfortable. Whatever happened, notice it without judging it. You were allowed to look at the world. The world doesn't only get to look at you. I like that one. And now, because we have been brave for approximately 30 seconds and deserve compensation, we're going to build your Girl Day emergency kit. Not an actual bag unless you decide you want one later. 5 imaginary things. Ready? Choose. One thing that makes you feel pretty. One thing that makes you feel comfortable. One thing that smells lovely. One tiny thing that makes you smile. And one thing that's completely unnecessary but ridiculously girly by your definition. Got all 5? Okay, show me. No, obviously I can't see them. Just let me have this. Mine would absolutely contain something sparkly that serves no practical purpose, and probably lip balm, and something sweet. And then I'd complain that my bag was too heavy. But notice what you chose. Not what I chose. Yours. Maybe yours isn't pink. Maybe there isn't a single bow in sight. Maybe yours is aggressively pink and has enough glitter to become an environmental hazard. Both are fine. There isn't one correct way to enjoy femininity. That's another thing I don't want our silly dares to accidentally teach you. We're playing with things that might feel euphoric. We're not writing rules. You don't have to love makeup. You don't have to wear skirts. You don't have to shave your legs. You don't have to like perfume. You don't need a certain body. And you absolutely don't have to enjoy checking your bum in windows. Although apparently you do. Sorry, couldn't resist. The things that make you happy are allowed to be specific to you. That's why we're collecting them. Now, body check. Not inspection, just check in. Are your shoulders comfortable? Feet okay? Do you need to slow down? If you've been walking this whole time, maybe your legs could use a moment. If you need to sit, sit. If you need water, have some. This is a girl's day, not military training. Look after yourself. And if you have stopped somewhere, I have an opportunity. Sit however feels comfortable. Then, if it feels natural, cross your legs, or ankles, or don't. No rules. Just notice whether changing position gives you one of those tiny body awareness moments. Fabric against smooth skin, the shape of your legs, a skirt settling differently, your hips shifting. Maybe your bag resting beside you. Maybe your hands settling in your lap. Nothing dramatic, just you inhabiting yourself. Sometimes that's all euphoria is. For 1 second, your body feels like somewhere you recognize. And then the moment moves on. That's okay. It doesn't have to last forever to have been real. When you're ready, come on, we're going again. And I have another cheeky mission. Next time you naturally speed up a little, not because I told you to, and absolutely no running downstairs, just notice what moves. Maybe your hair, maybe your bag, maybe your boobs, maybe your clothes. And if you get one of those tiny awareness moments, don't immediately analyze it. Just think, oh, there you are, and carry on. That's it. I really like that phrase. There you are. Not, are you enough? Not, why aren't you different? Just, there you are. My legs, my hips, my breasts, my hands, my face, my body. There you are. Maybe we should be gentler with her. Okay, that almost made me emotional. Moving swiftly on. Reflection, if you've got one. You know the rules by now. Whole girl, no forensic analysis. Look. And this time, I don't want you to change anything. No pose, no tiptoes, no bum turn. Just look at yourself exactly as you happen to be when you caught the reflection. Maybe mid-step, maybe standing, maybe hair slightly messy, maybe bag in the wrong place, maybe posture completely unplanned. Just her. That's the girl who's been with me this whole time. Not the carefully arranged version, not the imaginary future version. Her. You. And if you can, give her one nice thought. Only one. Doesn't have to be about appearance. Something like, she's trying. She's brave. Her outfit is cute. I like her hair. Her legs look good. She's having a difficult day, and she still came out. Anything. Then walk away before your brain gets greedy and starts looking for counter-arguments. We're taking the compliment and fleeing the scene. Go. Excellent. You know what? I'm proud of that one. Because liking yourself doesn't always have to mean standing in front of a mirror until you adore everything. Sometimes it can be one kind thought, and then giving yourself the dignity of not immediately taking it back. Okay, we're getting closer now, and I think you might be starting to understand our collection of things. But before I tell you, there's something I want to ask. What would change if you stopped treating every ordinary day like an audition? Not everything. I'm not pretending one thought magically removes dysphoria or anxiety, but maybe something small. Maybe you browse a little longer. Maybe you walk a little easier, or another woman's beauty doesn't automatically become evidence against yours. Maybe you catch your reflection and don't immediately attack it. Maybe you wear the cute underwear just because you know it's there. Maybe your life gets a little less about qualifying and a little more about participating. Because you belong in your own life, sweetheart. You don't need to stand outside it, waiting until somebody waves you in. You are a girl. Not because you completed my dares, or because you stood a certain way, because you liked something pink, because of your legs or your bum. Not even because of your boobs. Not because of anything you're wearing underneath your clothes. Those things can be fun. They can be euphoric. They can be precious. But they aren't an entrance exam. You are a girl. And all we've been doing today is letting you enjoy some of the little things that might mean something to you. Even when those little things involved me bullying you into examining your bum in reflective glass. Come on, beautiful girl. One more stretch together. And I want this one to feel different. No 10-step challenge, no posture instructions. Just walk however you're walking. And for a moment, imagine I'm actually beside you. Not leading, not behind you checking whether you're doing anything correctly. Beside you. We're both looking ahead. Maybe we've got our ridiculous imaginary shopping bags. Maybe our feet hurt. Maybe we're still laughing about something stupid from 10 minutes ago. Maybe we're quiet now. That's allowed too. And somebody passes us. We don't stop. Another girl walks by. We don't compare. There's a reflection. We don't have to check it. There's something pretty in a window. We can look. Maybe your perfume catches you again. Maybe your hair moves. Maybe you notice your body. Maybe nothing happens at all. We just keep going. Two girls walking. That's all. And for once, maybe it doesn't need to be more complicated than that. I know there may be days when it feels complicated again. Days when going outside feels enormous. Days when the mirror isn't kind. Days when somebody's glance gets inside your head or your body feels miles away from where you want it to be. I can't promise you those days disappear because we went imaginary shopping together. That would be an extraordinary business model. But I hope when one of those days comes, something tiny from today comes back. Maybe you'll see something sparkly and remember my completely pointless mission. Maybe you'll see a shop window and hear me going, "Important bum research." Maybe you'll remember those 10 steps. Hopefully you'll remember that you are allowed to be visible. And maybe, for one little moment, you'll give yourself that permission again. That's how we build things sometimes. Not one enormous transformation. Little moments, repeated, until something that once felt terrifying becomes merely uncomfortable, and then familiar, and then one day, ordinary. Imagine that. Something you once needed courage for, becoming boring. Walking into the shop, trying the thing, being seen, existing. Just normal. That's what I want for you. Not a life where you're constantly proving how brave you are. A life where you don't always need to be brave. Where some of these things simply belong to you. Although I hope you never become too mature for pointless sparkle missions. There are limits. Okay, I've got one final dare before I tell you what we've been collecting. And I want you to choose this one yourself. Think back over everything we've done. The pretty thing, the colors, the imaginary shopping, the perfume, your hair, your hands, your legs, your body moving, your boobs, your cute little private underwear secret, the reflections, the bum research, the ridiculous poses, the 10 steps, all of it. Choose one tiny thing you enjoyed. Not the thing you think you were supposed to enjoy. Yours. Got it? Good. Now I'm daring you to do it again someday, without me asking. That's all. Maybe tomorrow, next week, or later today. And when you do, don't turn it into homework. Don't think, Effy told me to do this. Make it yours. Because it always was. Come with me a little further, because I want to show you something about everything we've done today. And I think when you see it, you might realize you were never waiting to become her at all. Okay, I think it's time. You've been patient enough. You've followed my ridiculous dares. You've emotionally stolen handbags. You've admired things you weren't sure you were allowed to admire. You've probably thought about your bum more than you expected to today. You've noticed your legs, your hair, your hands, maybe your boobs. Maybe none of those things landed particularly hard. Maybe one of them did. And through all of it, I kept telling you we were collecting something. So, here it is. We weren't collecting proof. Not proof that you're feminine enough. Not proof that strangers see you a certain way. Not proof that your body has reached some imaginary finish line. We were collecting moments. Tiny ones. Stupid ones. Funny ones. Tender ones. Moments where you forgot to monitor yourself for a second. Moments where you liked something without immediately arguing with yourself. Moments where you allowed yourself to look. Moments where you simply kept walking. And I think those are worth more than proof. Because proof is exhausting. Proof always asks for more. Another photograph, another opinion, another comparison, another day where you somehow have to convince yourself all over again. Just a moment. A moment can just belong to you. Nobody gets to cross-examine it. Do you remember the very first pretty thing you found? Maybe you do. Maybe you've completely forgotten. That's okay. What about the thing that felt like you? The color, the outfit, the random object, the tiny choice that made your brain quietly go, that one. Or the thing you chose to be absurdly pleased with for 10 seconds. I hope you really committed to that, by the way. I hope for 10 glorious seconds you were absolutely unbearable. Best legs ever recorded. Unprecedented hair. Historically significant boobs. World-leading bum. Whatever you chose, I hope you let yourself have it. And I hope you noticed something. Nothing bad happened because you enjoyed yourself. You didn't use up your allowance of confidence. Nobody appeared with a clipboard and told you you'd exceeded the permitted amount of femininity. Which is fortunate, because I would have argued with them. Loudly. Probably while holding the ridiculous handbag you chose for me. But seriously, there's something I want you to hear now. I spent this whole walk daring you to do girly things, to notice things, to play, to look, to imagine, to be silly. But sweetheart, not one of those things made you a girl. Not one. The smooth legs didn't. The perfume didn't. The cute underwear didn't. The way your hips moved didn't. Your chest didn't. Your clothes didn't. The shopping didn't. The poses didn't. And despite the frankly heroic amount of research we conducted, your bum didn't either. You were already a girl when you pressed play. You were already her when you put your headphones in. You were already her before I made you find something sparkly. before we started imaginary shopping, before you caught that first reflection. You are a girl. And everything we did today was never about earning that. It was about letting you enjoy knowing it. That's different. I think sometimes we accidentally turn being ourselves into a project. There's always another thing to fix, another milestone, another feature, another comparison, another future version of ourselves we're promising we'll finally start living as. And I understand why. Sometimes the future matters enormously. Sometimes there are things you genuinely want to change, things you're waiting for, things you're working towards. You're allowed to want those things. But I don't want the girl you are today to become nothing more than a waiting room for the girl you hope to be tomorrow. She deserves a life too. This girl. The one walking right now. The one listening to me. The one whose hair may or may not be behaving. The one who has good days and horrible days. The one who sometimes feels incredibly feminine and sometimes wonders where that feeling went. The girl who might be confident enough to check her bum in a window one afternoon and struggle to look at herself the next morning. She still counts on both days. And if today has been one of the good ones, enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Don't immediately start worrying about whether tomorrow will feel the same. You're allowed to have today. If today has been hard, then I'm particularly glad you came. Not because I think I magically fixed anything. I didn't. But you still gave yourself this little stretch of time. Maybe one dare distracted you. Maybe you noticed one thing that felt nice. Maybe the only thing you managed was to keep walking with me. That counts too. A slightly wobbly girl's day is still a girl's day. Can I tell you what I hope happens next? Not immediately, not tonight necessarily, just sometime. I hope one day you're out by yourself and something catches your attention. And before you even think about it, you hear me in your head going, "Research." And you smile. Not because you need me there, because you remember how it felt to let yourself enjoy something. I would really love that for you. Ordinary. Not brave. Not transformational. Not profound. Just yours. Because there's something I've been thinking about since we started. We talk a lot about courage, and courage matters. God, does it matter. But I don't want you to spend the rest of your life needing courage for ordinary things. I don't want every trip outside to be a test, and every store to feel like somewhere you need permission to enter. I don't want every reflection to become an argument. I don't want every other girl to become someone you measure yourself against. I want some of those things to become boring. Beautifully, gloriously boring. Going shopping? Normal. Browsing makeup? Normal. Buying perfume? Normal. Walking somewhere in an outfit you like? Normal. Being seen? Normal. Being a girl out in the world? Normal. Imagine what a victory that would be. Not thinking, I was so brave today, but getting home and only later realizing, oh, that used to scare me. That's where I hope all those tiny moments are taking you. Not towards some perfect version of femininity, towards freedom, your own version. And I've got one last dare. I know, you thought we were done. Absolutely not. I saved the most important one. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. You choose. Think about everything from today. Something silly, something private, something brave, something euphoric. Choose one little thing you'd like to do again. Maybe smooth leg appreciation, maybe the bra adjustment, maybe the pose or looking forward for 10 steps. Maybe, inevitably, bum research. Whatever you chose, here's the dare. Next time, do it without me telling you. And when you do, don't make it a homework assignment. Don't perform it for Effy. Don't think you're completing some exercise from a video. Just let it become yours. Because it is yours. The moment was always yours. I was just standing beside you when you noticed it. And maybe one day, you'll press play on another one of my Walk With Me videos. But not because you need somebody to convince you that you belong. I hope you'll press play because you fancy some company. I would really, really like that for you. I'd like to become the girl you occasionally invite along, not the voice you need before you're allowed to go. Because you can go without me. You can walk without me. You can shop without me. You can have silly little euphoric moments without me. You can take up your space without me. You already proved that today. I didn't move your feet. You did. I didn't choose what caught your eye. You did. I didn't create whatever little feeling happened inside you. You did that too. I was just here to notice it with you. So before I let you go, just take in wherever you are. No challenge, no mission. Look around. This is where your girl's day happened. Maybe it's completely unremarkable. A street, a shopping center, a supermarket, somewhere between work and home. Maybe you're not even outside. Doesn't matter. You were here. You listened. You played along. You gave yourself moments. And maybe nobody else around you knew. They didn't know we were laughing about handbags. They didn't know you were secretly thinking about your smooth legs. They didn't know about your cute underwear. They definitely didn't know the extent of the bum research. They didn't know you were collecting little moments of yourself. And they didn't need to. Because those moments were never theirs. They belonged to her. And she is you. Look at you. You came out with me as a girl, walked with me as a girl, laughed with me as a girl. You had uncertain moments as a girl and confident moments as a girl. You noticed your body as a girl. You were silly as a girl. You were brave as a girl. You were ordinary as a girl. You are a girl. Not when you've changed enough, not when you're fearless enough, not when every reflection is easy. You. Now. And whatever happens tomorrow, today still happened. Nobody gets to take it back. Keep your moments, all of them. Keep the tiny ones especially. They're the ones that build a life. One day, there'll be so many, you won't even remember which ones used to feel extraordinary. They'll just be Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday afternoon. Your life. Your ordinary, messy, funny, feminine, completely imperfect life. And when that happens, I hope you realize something. You didn't finally become worthy of living it. You stopped waiting for permission. God, look at us. I promised you fun, and somehow we've ended up here. Classic. Okay, one final thing. No dare. A promise. When this finishes, Don't immediately rush to the next thing if you don't have to. Give yourself 10 seconds, just 10, and privately say something nice to the girl who came with me today. Whatever feels true. I'm proud of you. You did well. I had fun. You looked cute. Thank you for trying. Anything. She'll know who you mean. And then go live your life. Wear the thing. Smell the perfume. Buy the flowers occasionally. Be sensible with your money despite my terrible influence. Let yourself have wobbly days. Let yourself have gorgeous days. Let yourself enjoy your body when it gives you a tiny reason to. Let other girls be beautiful without using their beauty against yourself. Take up your ordinary amount of space. And remember, you are not practicing how to be a girl. You are a girl who's learning how good it can feel to be herself. Right, I'm letting you go. Although obviously, I'm still coming next time. Somebody has to supervise you. You've demonstrated repeatedly that you cannot be trusted to conduct unsupervised bum research. Honestly, 5 minutes alone, and you'll have us blacklisted from every reflective shopfront in town. Come walk with me anytime, girlie. I loved our Girls' Day. And remember, the next little moment, you don't have to wait for me. It's already yours. Bye, beautiful girl.